Hello, my name is Musab Hajab Hamid, and I go to school at UC, the University of Cincinnati, here in Cincinnati. I am an IT and network security major. I've taken a few classes here at UC about network security. I just took a summer class on network security, and I plan on taking more classes this upcoming fall. So I'll take a computer forensic class, and in that class you kind of diagnostically find out how to extract information from computers, find out how to find information, or how people extract information from computers. So one of the ways you can bust somebody or extort them is to get their hard drive. You can remove their hard drive, or you can wipe it clean, and you can break it completely. I mean, some people don't care about aren't very particular with their information, so they sell their computers with their hard drives anyway. But I want to talk a little bit about my experience working with a few different companies. One is GE, and the others are with DJJ. So I want to give a little breakdown about what I did. And when I say GE, I'm talking about General Electric. And DJJ is the David J. Joseph Company. So when I worked at GE, I worked in the aviation department, mostly with airplane mechanics and machinery. That was my area that I worked in, that I was involved in. And I was responsible for quality defects. So I would go through their computer programming, and I would look at the system codes, and I would try and see if I could find anything wrong, like if anything looked off, or if there was an error, or see if anything popped up that was wrong. And if so, if I found something, I would email the user, and I would ask them, hey, are you aware that there's a problem? And see what's going on there. And then once the problem got fixed, then I would go into the system and change it on there. So that's what I did at GE. But I also worked with a program called Excel, and I would make Excel spreadsheets. And I would go to all these different users and all these different teams, and I would collect data from their individual projects, and I would upload that into Excel. And I would use a program called WebEx in order to communicate with members of the team, and it made it really easy. I could just send them direct messages, and they could message me, and so it was easy to talk to them back and forth and get the information from the project. And it was also good for my manager because it was kind of a backup plan for him. He was able to contact me and make sure I wasn't falling behind. Another thing that I did is I would work with websites, and I would work with the websites and use Excel at the same time. So I would set up my Excel spreadsheet, and then I would have these websites open, but I would have two tabs. And I would click between the two tabs, and I would alternate between the two of them. And I would see how long it took to open, how many seconds it would take to load the screen, and then I would load that information into Excel. And I would do that 3 times, going back and forth between the tabs, and put down all the loading times. And then at the end, I would add up all those numbers and divide by 3 and get the average processing time, the average loading time. And I did it with other websites too. Do the same process, fill it out on Excel. And then afterwards, I would send all that information to my manager, and he would look it over and try and figure out ways to improve the website. So, for example, he would think, oh, maybe I can take off a video, or just anything that makes the website slower. And so he would change that and adjust some things to make the loading time a lot quicker, a lot faster.